we are going to do something called conceptual data model, where we are going to draw something called an entity relationship diagram. And it will have rectangles like this and also have lines like this. Anything in rectangle is called an entity. Any of these lines are called relationship. And what is this entity relationship or ER diagram about? It is actually modeling the data that you want to store inside your database and how related data are grouped together. And then what's the relationship between two different groups of data? Okay, so here is basically telling you we need data about customer. Now we call it a high level entity because we don't actually have the detailed insight yet. All we know is we want data about customer, but we don't actually know the specific detail. Like, does that mean you want customer ID, you want customer name, customer address, customer telephone? Those are the details, okay? So here you only have the high level name, that's all. High level entity is I want data about customer. And how is data about customer related to data about orders? So how is related is through this relationship. And notice that there are two verbs written here. This is places, which is an active verb, and the other one is placed by, is a passive verb. It's the opposite, basically. So basically, this is a business rule that is stated in two directions. One direction down and one direction up, okay? So think of it this way. A customer can place many orders. Each order is placed by one and only one customer. Okay, so let's say I go to McDonald's on campus. I go there for breakfast, I go there for lunch, I go there for dinner. So I should place 3 orders, right? So a customer can place many orders. So that's why this symbol here is a symbol for many. Okay, and this side, this is a symbol for one. Okay, so each customer can place many orders. Now, when I place an order, I get a receipt, right? So if I go there and place 3 orders, I will receive 3 receipts. Now, each order will be placed by one and only one customer. Each receipt will be given to one and only one customer, right? The receipt cannot be shared by 2 different customers. So that's why this is a one-to-many relationship. Okay. Now, the other thing here, order and product. Now, on the receipt, the order receipt, I may have ordered, let's say, there may be many listing, many order line or product listed, right? I ordered the Big Mac, quantity 1. I ordered the Coke, quantity 1. I ordered the French fries, quantity 1. So each order contains many products, more than one. Basically, more than one means many, okay? Now, each product can appear in many orders because let's say Big Mac. A Big Mac can appear in different receipt, right? Because different customer may have ordered the same thing. So therefore, each product may be contained in many orders. So to combine together the business rule down and the business rule up, that means 2 directions. This is called a many-to-many relationship. In relational database architecture, anything in rectangle will become a table later on in the database. So this will become a table in the database, order will become a table in the database, product will become a table. So there'll be 3 tables, okay? Now, the one-to-many relationship can be stored inside the physical hard disk. I will show you how later on. But the many-to-many relationship cannot be represented and stored physically in the hard disk. The many-to-many relationship need to be converted to something else. And what is that something else? It will be shown here in the next slide. Okay, it's actually this one, the order and the product. Each order contains many products. Each product can be contained in many orders. That many-to-many relationship has been converted into a new entity here, plus 2, one-to-many and one-to-many relationship. After you have done this, then you have created 4 tables inside your database. Okay, so the final outcome is your database will have 4 tables. Now, here is just explain what I've said earlier. Okay, one customer may place many orders. So one customer may place many, because the symbol here is many. So in this direction, one customer can place many orders. In this opposite direction, each order is placed by one and only one customer. That's what this sentence here is saying. So therefore, combined together, this is a one-to-many relationship. So this is a one-to-many relationship. You can also say this is a many-to-one relationship. They're the same thing, okay? One-to-many is the same as many-to-one relationship, right? Now here you see here, this is also a one-to-many relationship, or you can call it a many-to-one relationship. Now inside an order, which is a receipt, right? You may see many lines, right? So I may have many order lines. So each order can contain many order lines. Each order line belongs to one particular order. So this is still a one-to-many relationship, okay? Now, inside a receipt, my receipt, when I go for breakfast, let's say, and I get a receipt with 3 lines. Now, each order line is for a certain product. So the first order line may be for Big Mac. The second order line is for, what did I order? Coke. The third order line may be for French fries, right? So each order line has one product. But each product can appear in many order lines, because we can have 2 receipts, and in each of the receipt there are many order lines, but both of them may refer to Big Mac, because 2 different customers may have ordered a Big Mac each, right? So the Big Mac can appear in multiple order lines. Right, so each product can appear in multiple order lines, okay? So this is called a one-to-many relationship. So, sorry, okay. So therefore, previously we have a many-to-many relationship. It has been converted into this one-to-many and a one-to-many, okay? All right. Now, once you have done this, we can now create our database. And what do you get? This one, 4 tables. Remember, you have 4 rectangles here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So therefore, you have 4 tables. Customer table, product table, order table, and order line table. And then you see that there's something connecting all these tables. And what are these connections? Now, how do we represent this one-to-many relationship? That means that these 2 tables has a relationship. How do we link these 2 tables together? It is because customer ID, which is underlined, is the primary key of the customer table, will be duplicated in the other side. So you see here, the customer table has a customer ID column, right? Which is the primary key. This column is duplicated inside the order table. So therefore, this represents there is a one-to-many relationship between these 2 tables. See? So that's how they represent a relationship between 2 tables or 2 entities, by duplicating a column in one table in the other table. So that's why earlier we say that you cannot have completely 100% data redundancy, okay? You must always have some data redundancy, and that data redundancy is needed to link the tables back together, okay? So that's why here, this column here, customer ID, is repeated over here to link them together, to represent the one-to-many relationship between them. And also the product table, you see the product ID column is repeated inside the order line table. That means that these 2 tables also has a one-to-many relationship. And also in this case, the order table has an order ID, which is repeated also over here. So therefore, there's also a one-to-many relationship between them, okay? So in the next 3-4 lecture, basically that's what we're gonna do, how to design the ER diagram and later on convert it into the database tables.